For 42,000 fans on hand with us in Cincinnati, Ohio. Poke the opposite way. It's going to sneak into the stands. Caught cleanly by a fan. And the first Texas Tailgaters versus Savannah Bananas game in Banana Ball history starts with a foul out to that young lady.
Manio skies this into the stands, and the fans come away with a second catch.
Right. Oh, man! A laser beam to the third deck. Are you kidding me? What a catch by the fans. Another chance for the fans. Yeah! What a grab by the youngster. And we have tied the Banana Ball record. Fourth foul out to a fan tonight. We're in the fifth inning. Caught, oh my Lanta! It's a Banana Ball record. A fifth foul out to a fan. The first ever Texas Tailgaters versus Savannah Bananas game gave us 2 Banana Ball records. The 5 foul outs to fans you just saw, and 5 backflip catches to boot. In the end, the Nanners' patience at the plate led them to 5 walk-offs, 3 coming on ball 4 sprints as they took down the Tailgaters 5-2. Tonight, Banana Ball's newest team looks for revenge, while the boys in yellow look to stay red hot as they've won 6 of their last 7 games and are hunting a sweep of this 2-game set here in Great American Ballpark. Once again, we have more than 42,000 fans on hand in Cincinnati, Ohio, and boy, do they have a lot to live up to after the legendary performance from the folks here last night as we welcome you inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Pico Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. It was a thrilling battle from start to finish between the Nanners and Tailgaters last night, but the veteran experience from this Nanners squad ended up proving to be the difference.
I mean, it's hard to think about what the game didn't have last night. You mentioned 5 foul outs to fans, a new single game record. You saw Sean Casey and Todd Frazier both play for the Savannah Bananas. 4 different players recorded backflip catches, but at the end of the night, the Bananas were really able to expose the Tailgaters, both offensively and their pitching staff. They struggled to get outs against the Savannah Bananas, surrendered 7 ball 4 sprints, and did not strike out a single Savannah Banana. And we were talking so much about how potent the offense was across their 5 games with the Party Animals. The Bananas held them to just 2 runs and 2 points in last night's contest. They were dominant, much like we saw when they played the Firefighters in Kansas City and Anaheim.
They have to bring more offensively if they want to take down a red-hot team like this Nanners squad, who is entering their 40th game of the tour here, where the Tailgaters on the flip side are only playing their 7th game. So 2 teams in very different parts of their season. It's really tricky for a Tailgater squad that ends up going 1-4 against the Party Animals, and that was the best team in Banana Land this year. And then it's really an out of the frying pan into the fire situation. But still, a very special night for the Tailgaters. We got to talk to a bunch of them yesterday about how cool it is getting to participate in Banana Ball in a big league park.
Yesterday was the first time I'd ever actually stepped on an MLB field, and it's so surreal because you grow up like idolizing these places, and now I get to actually be here and play on the surface. It's pretty cool.
For me personally, I was working at a desk last year, so you know, this is pretty good.
Super excited to be in an atmosphere like this. It's gonna be so cool. I'm super pumped.
It's something that everybody dreams of, to be in this environment, this culture. And it makes it easier, it makes it a lot better when you're around people like this. The people I'm surrounded with, it's just unreal.
Knowing that this place is gonna be full in a few hours is crazy.
And more dreams will be made tonight. All 5 pitchers that head coach Joe Mikulik told us he has slated to enter the ball game this evening are Banana Ball rookies. So the memories continue to be made. And what a wild crowd we have once again here in Cincy. The folks have been fired up from our time on the Party Plaza all the way back at 3 p.m. Eastern today.
Well, we knew all the way back when the Savannah Bananas were a collegiate baseball team that fans from Ohio showed them a lot of love. It's a very passionate Banana Ball fan base here in the state of Ohio, and they're very knowledgeable about the game as well. And I think, again, we witnessed that with the way the fan-caught foul ball record impacted last night's ball game, as There were 5, and it benefited both the Tailgaters and the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, 3 Tailgaters victims of the foul outs to fans, and 2 Robert Anthony Cruzes victims on the Nanners side.
Yeah, definitely tough for Robert Anthony Cruz, considering he had not fouled out to a fan the entire season before last night, and then he did it twice.
Another instance where you just cannot predict banana ball. What a beautiful sport it is. Let's toss it on down to Bill Leroy and the boys. They're finishing up their warm-ups. We have extended pregame coverage for you here tonight on the Bananas YouTube channel.
One more time for your Savannah Bananas. And now, I need everyone to have both arms in the air and get those spirit fingers going, because it is time for an important tradition here in Banana Land. Get those spirit fingers going all the way around the stadium, because this tradition has brought good vibes to the Bananas for 9 years. And we're going to continue it here in Cincinnati. Because fans, it is now time to meet tonight's Banana Baby, Landon! 5 months old, weighing 16 pounds, and cherishing this moment, sticking his tongue out, feeling it. And here he comes, one more time for tonight's Banana Baby, Landon!
Well, the revenue man wanted granddaddy bad. He headed up the holler with everything he had. Before my time, well, I've been told you never come back from Copperhead Road.
Started early and never stop. They're here to go big, and they ain't going home. Here they are, the Texas Tailgaters.
We've gotten to see the Tailgaters entrance on Party Animals Live. Now here on the Savannah Bananas YouTube channel, we get to see Banana Ball's newest team storming the field. And what a fantastic job by our Cowboy correspondent, Brett Loftus. What a dual threat he is. Not just a man on the broadcast, nailing it on the PA here in Great American Ballpark.
Leading off the center fielder, number 2, Zach Watson. Batting second at DH, number 17, Nick Lopez. Batting third, the catcher, number 26, Taj, the Quadfather Porter. At first base, number 10, Brett Corson. Batting fifth at second base, number 16, Travis Munoz. In left field, number 33, Trey Jones. The third baseman, number 11, Matt Dinford. In right field, number 3, Jason Art. The extra hitter, number 13, Marcos Castillo. And the shortstop, number 5, Jordan Hussein. On the mound for the Tailgaters tonight, number 12, Christian Davis. The Tailgaters are led by Joe Mikulik, assisted by Brandon Pennington and Andrew Bartman.
Brett Loftus these days. We're always mixing it up on me here in the pregame. Some would say Brett Loftus sounds a lot like Shark. Potato, potato. Let's get it down to Bill Leroy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing some Bananas power to the plate. His name is Luke. Luke is 7 years old, and he's attempting to hit a home run against these Tailgaters. So can I hear some noise for my dear friend, Luke? Luke is digging in the box. Here comes pitch number 1. Oh, and that's a foul ball. Great swing, Luke. The count's 0-1. The Tailgaters are looking mean. Here comes pitch number 2. Oh, no. They threw him a curveball. Unbelievable. Split says, whoa, whoa. Split. He says he's had enough of this nonsense. No more curveball. Oh, my goodness. No more curveballs. Luke has a fair fight. Whenever you're ready, my friend. And nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. Nobody. Here he comes. Boom! And that ball's hit up the middle. Jordan Hussein fields it. Oh my goodness! He tries to do a trick play and kicks it into the outfield. Luke is off to the races. Oh my goodness! It goes into left field. Get on your feet, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. Luke is rounding third. Here comes the play at the plate. The throw home is not in time.
What an unbelievable performance by that youngster. Somehow gets the inside the Parker against a defensively stout Texas Tailgaters squad. The young professor is giving the folks here in Cincy the 11 rules of Banana Ball. We'll turn to Big Yellow for that task.
The name of the game is Banana Ball, and this is the fastest, most entertaining game in sports. Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. If you score the most runs in an inning, you get a point. The most points win the game. But in the last inning of Banana Ball, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, there is a 2-hour time limit. No new inning can start when the clock hits 0. Rule number 3, if you step out of the batter's box, it is a strike. Rule number 4, no bunting. If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first. Rule number 6, no walks allowed. It becomes a ball 4 sprint until every position player touches the ball. Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out. In Banana Ball, everything's in play, so you better be ready. Rule number 9, the showdown tiebreaker. If the game is tied at the end of 9 innings, or when time expires, it is pitcher versus hitter with 1 fielder, and the hitter has to score. Rule number 10, the Banana Ball challenge rule. You, the fans, have the opportunity to challenge a ruling on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter rule. A team can send up any batter to hit in any spot in the lineup. This is guaranteeing the best possible matchup at the end of the game when it matters most. These are the official rules of Banana Ball.
It counts.
Well, Jesse was quicker than the young professor is, but the timing not too bad. Young prof, you've got it.
It's time for a little competition between the Savannah Bananas and the Texas Tailgaters. This one is our version of dodgeball. We call this bob and weave. Each team will have an opportunity to try and hit an opposing player as many times as they can while they are trying to dodge him, but they will be blindfolded trying to avoid the hits. Whichever team gets more hits on the opposing team is the winner. DR Meadows for the Savannah Bananas has the lead. On your mark, get set, go. No hit, oh, that's a bounce. Oh, nailed him. All right, out of throws. How many was that, Vince? How many hits we got? Vince is counting it as 2 hits for the Savannah Bananas. That is the number to beat for the Texas Tailgaters. We did have 1 in the dirt. That one did not count. So it was 2 hits. Now DR Meadows is going to be the one that is blindfolded. All right, Slim Jim. Here we go. Jim Lewis, number 99. He's ready. He is armed and dangerous. On your mark. Get set. Go. DR is moving. That's 1 shot. Oh, that's 2. He's tied up. Boom! Gets the dynamite. A wicked shot. Oh, an insult to injury, a full hand. The Texas Tailgaters pick up the win. And bob and weave. And now,
Can't believe DR forgot the 5 rules of dodging flying balls at you. Dodge, duck, dive, dip, and dodge. Precision there by Jimmy Lewis. We'll tell you where the athleticism was on display for David Ray Meadows with his barehanded backflip catch last night. Part of a Banana Ball record, 5 backflip catches. Started by Indiana Stanley, the first of his Banana Ball career. Zach Watson pulled off a couple of them. There's DR's barehanded beauty and Robert Anthony Cruz with the perfect landing and the pose as well. For more on the record, let's get it on down to Sam Bauman.
Biko, Josh, I'm going to be a little bit flippant with my language here, but last night was flipping awesome. The plays in the outfield, flipping incredible, and there were 2 flipping players that made some great flipping plays last night. That's the guys with me. It's DR Meadows and Robert Anthony Cruz, and let's make this interview flipping awesome. So, do a flip before you answer. DR, I'm going to start with you. The question is, you've been doing this for a while. You tired of using the glove when it comes to doing backflips?
Yeah, sometimes, the backflip catch is getting norm now, so you just got to switch it up and kind of push the button a little bit.
Robert Anthony Cruz, Rack, for you, I know your other outfield counterpart has superpowers. The way you're landing, pretty super. Any truth to the rumor that maybe you have superpowers too?
I've been asked that many times if I have superpowers. I'm neither going to confirm nor deny, but I will say, me and Doc, we've been making a lot of flipping amazing catches out there in the outfield.
No flipping denying that. Hey, let's flip it on over to our friend Loftus.
Thank you so flipping much, Sam Bauman. I'm here with the flipping man, Indy Stanley. Indy, your first ever 2 Banana Ball trick plays last night. Tell me about it.
Dude, it felt absolutely incredible. I've been working so hard to finally get the backflip catch. Watching DR has been absolutely exceptional. He's a great role model. Nobody better to try to emulate than DR. And finally landing it after months of preparation was a surreal experience.
He's been grinding a whole bunch. Thank you, Indy. Now we're here with a guy, Zach Watson. Waddy, you got 4 backflip catches this year. You've been doing a whole lot. It's cool. It's gotten boring, though. DR Meadows' barehanded backflip catch last night. What are you going to do to top that?
I'm going to catch one of them in my shoe.
In your shoe? In his shoe? Uh-oh, Sam Bauman. I think you're gonna flip you. You're gonna flip me?
You only had 1 guy flip.
This isn't flipping good. Oh no, I gator up, Biko. Oh no.
Athletes. Those are athletes down there. Sam Bauman actually played college soccer, might be shocking for people. Shout out Wheeling Jesuit powerhouse. Brett Loftus did not. But man, he was excellent in our Banana Ball scrimmage, little post-game staff action a month and a half ago or so. Guy's got some pop. Terrifying every time he swings the bat.
He can swing the stick.
Yeah. It's a menacing stance.
I had one on the right side of my infield, too.
Yeah, you bet. No, he's consistent. Jesse unveiling his cast and crew here. And the fans about to get rowdy. Can you do that, Josh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll never allow myself to believe I can't do something with split can.
Can you do that?
No.
Fair enough. It's a fun game. How about this?
I'm doing it right now.
It literally is, folks. Oh, you can definitely do that. All right, forget about that. We'll get it down to Jesse.
Yes. Now, the cast is ready. The players are ready. It's now time for you, the fans, to get ready. So I need everyone on your feet. All 42,000 strong here on your feet. Because it is now time for the fan warm-up. So please welcome to the field, 5-year-old Payson. Here she comes. Great speed, Payson. Oh, nice energy. All right, Payson. We need to get this crowd going wild, going crazy. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Payson, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
We're ready. Whatever you do, they're gonna do. Let's bring the energy. Here we go, Payson. Oh, good start, Payson. Yes, looking good. Oh, we're raising the roof. How do you know that? What? Pulp Fiction? You're 5 years old. Oh, all right, we're rolling. We're rolling. You know this one. I like it. Uh-oh. Big jazz! Payson, look around. 42,000 people going crazy for you. Let's hear it for 5-year-old Payson.
Well, the fans here in the Queen City are clearly ready to rumble. Prepare your voices at home. It's time to get fired up. And for that, of course, we turn to the young professor.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live, and millions more watching at home, have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the Crucible, where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 42,000 people here in the great American ballpark to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
It is time to meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off in center field, number 5, DR, the Doc Meadows. At third base, number 4, Kyle K.J. Jackson. Batting third, the DH, number 19, Dan Oberst. Batting cleanup in left field, number 15, we call him Rat, Robert Anthony Cruz. In right field, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiadis. At shortstop, wearing number 6, he is our glove magician, Ryan Cox. At first base, wearing number 3, give it up for Mr. Eric Jones. The extra hitter, number 18, he does it all, Danny Hosley. Behind the plate, numero uno, the captain, Bill Leroy. And our second baseman, wearing number 8, our greatest showman, baby, Jackson Olsen. Your Savannah Bananas pitcher tonight, number 18, Danny Hosley. Number 88, Noah Nisnik. Your Savannah Bananas are led by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Viro Virant, Eric Fox, and Reggie Horton. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hat. Here to honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome to the field, Gracie Carroll.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You are watching Game 47 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour. The Texas Tailgaters are out for revenge. The Savannah Bananas are looking for a sweep. It's only the second time these two teams have done battle. It was a 5-2 win for the Nanners last night, but a roller coaster ride from start to finish. Let's get a look at the starting pitching matchup here tonight. Christian Davis gets his third career Banana Ball start, while Noah Nisnik, the defending Rookie of the Year, gets the ball for the Nanners.
Yeah, two lefties dueling it out in tonight's contest. Nisnik leading the Bananas with 50 innings pitched. Also the team leader in earned run average this season. And for Christian Davis, a very special start for the left-hander and getting to work with an old teammate of his, Taj Porter. They were both at Southern University together.
Won a SWAC championship in 2021. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Texas Tailgaters. Zach Watson elevated to the leadoff spot. Nick Lopez making a home for himself in the 2-hole. Then Taj Porter hitting third. Brett Carson cleaning it up, followed by Travis Munoz, Trey Jones, Mac Danford, Jason Arendt, Marcos Castillo, and Jordan Hussein.
Well, the guy you got to look out for is Brett Carson. Was the only tailgater with multiple hits last night. Is also the Asheville, Ohio native, and might even come into pitch later on in tonight's ball game for the Tailgaters. And hey, Jason Arendt draws the start for the Tailgaters, came off the bench and had a single into left field.
Both of those singles from Brett Carson last night led to the 2 points that the Tailgaters earned in the second and fourth inning, respectively. Let's take a look at the Nanners defense. It's the usual suspects out there in the outfield, left to right, Robert Anthony Cruz, DR Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. Third to first in the infield, Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Eric Jones Jr. Well, Bill Leroy is handling the catching duties.
Well, we saw Rack and DR both flipping all over the place last night, collecting trick plays. Meadows, a barehanded backflip catch, only the second we've ever seen in Banana Ball history. But it's KJ Jackson, the Ohio native, who continues to creep closer to 50 trick plays in his rookie campaign.
You get a look at the pride of St. Louis, Missouri. Ms. Nasty gets peppered around the starting rotation and the bullpen wherever he is. He's one of the most consistent arms in Banana Ball from the start of last season to today.
No one started more games than Nisnik this season. This is start number 11. He has a win and 2 losses and 80 trick plays behind him this year, the most of any pitcher on the 2025 World Tour. So you can expect more tonight.
Let's get it on down to Jesse Cole. Time to start this clock.
Banana Nation, it is time. On 3, we need everyone here to yell start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Nisnik, fastball, circle change, and curve. Sits high 80s to low 90s. Zach Watson has been scorching hot, but has done all his damage in the 5 games the Tailgaters played against the Party Animals. He was held hitless last night. Still, the numbers are ridiculous, 10 for 22 on the tour. And this is going to be a tough play. Watson can fly. Nisnik makes it look a lot easier than it was. 2 pitches in, he's got an out.
Nisnik just pounced off that pitcher's mound and called up Bill Leroy at the same time to field that one quickly enough. And a perfect strike over to first base. And the speedy Watson retired.
Now we get to see Nick Lopez hit from the right side for the first time against the Savannah Bananas. He continued his excellent start to his Banana Ball career last night. All 4 trips to the dish as a lefty, reached base twice, a double and a sprint. And a 2-1 count on the Kentucky product, who is 9 for 22 on the tour, with a team-leading 6 ball, 4 sprints. He's yet to strike out, not gonna happen here either. Jackson Olsen flipping it under the leg over to first in time. And 2 down.
Well, there's the 81st trick play that Noah Nisnik has induced in 2025. He's so good at pounding the strike zone, forcing opponents to put it in play, and also getting the ball on the ground like you saw there for Jackson Olsen. Textbook trick play for the grade A.
Taj Porter, for the first time this year, hits from the right side of the plate. Back-to-back switch hitters in the 2 and 3 hole for Joe Mikulik. Taj off to a great start to his 2nd Banana Ball World Tour, after he led the Party Animals in starts behind the dish last year. 1-2 count, very familiar with Noah Nisnik. They both were at the Dallas tryout in 2023. Since then, they've been good friends, and Niz going right after him. Fastball at the knees is spoiled.
And Niz, this entire first inning, has just continued to locate with that heater for the most part. He's challenging Texas to put that ball in play, try and do some damage. And then probably second time through, they'll start to see those other offerings, the curveball and circle change.
Shows off the trick pitch. Porter again able to foul it off. He says, free heater. Cannot locate that one. Misnick's feeling himself. Deuce is wild. Spikes the fastball, count is full. Excellent plate appearance from Porter here. After 2 quick outs. And he earns the sprint. Taj not the fleetest of foot. And the Bananas textbook sprint defense get it to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher in short order. As Taj will give way to Joe Nelson Smith, the Tailgaters designated runner at first.
That was an impressive battle from Taj Porter. 8 pitches against Noah Nisnick, and it's exactly what they should be expecting out of him. He was a .259 career hitter in college, but had a .420 on base percentage in that span.
Yeah, you'll take that from your catcher all 7 days of the week. 1-2 count on Brett Carson, as we talked about. Asheville, Ohio native. A couple hits last night. Chance for the fans, their first of the evening, and they come through! Oh my goodness, on the heels of a Banana Ball record, 5 foul outs to fans last night. That youngster with the snag to end the top of the first. The fans red hot out of the gates.
Already 6 in this series and 46 for the fans combined in 2025.
Well, the fans' defense, stupendous here in Cincinnati. Let's get a look at the Gators' defense. In the outfield, left to right, it is Trey Jones, then Watson and Jason Arendt. In the infield, third to first, Mac Danford, Jordan Hussein, Travis Munoz, and Carson over at first base, with Taj Porter behind the dish.
Last night, Zach Watson started the game in left field, moved to center in the 6th inning, and that's where he had both of his backflip catches for the Texas Tailgaters. He and Jordan Hussein have both been phenomenal, as we saw Hussein collect his team-leading 5th last night, or at least tied for the team lead.
Last night, after Danny Hosley put up a 0 in the first, D.R. Meadows and Kyle Jackson notched back-to-back doubles to put the Nanners out in front. They're in the leadoff spot in 2-hole once again, followed by Oberst, Rack, and Alexiadis, with Cox, EJ, Hosley, Leroy, and Olsen rounding it out.
Well, it's a guy at the bottom of this order right now for the Savannah Bananas, Danny Hosley, who's been very dangerous as of late. 5 for his last 12 with a double, a home run, and 2 ball 4 sprints.
Get a look at the numbers here for the Southpaw. Getting the start for a 3rd time in his rookie campaign, Christian Davis, looking for some success here against a tough Bananas lineup.
Well, I'm sure he can hardly believe he gets the nod here in Great American Ballpark. Was originally supposed to be on Banana Ball's developmental team, the Visitors, this year, but with the injury to Zach Blankenship, was added to this squad and earned himself a spot in the rotation early. He's still obviously trying to figure out his rhythm here in Banana Ball, but hoping for good things from the lefty tonight.
CD out of Covington, Georgia. And we'll have a tall task for him, just like these youngsters do right here. Trying to figure out what the best way is to potentially get towards their parents. Most of them just deciding to give up, especially that cat kicking and screaming face down in the grass. But look at this kid. Oh my goodness. I mean, the look of determination in that youngster's eyes. What a performance. You bet. Pure domination. And the kid has no idea what was just accomplished. Beautiful. Grit. That's what I'm talking about, man. Over 42,000 fans on hand here in Great American Ballpark for a 2nd straight night. And DR didn't waste any time last night, doesn't here this evening either. Whoa, Travis Munoz took too long trying to nail the trick play. DR with burning speed beats the wrap. That'll be a trick play missed. Paul Allman, the first base umpire, making the call there.
We saw Munoz collect the trick play last night at 3rd base. Now has his first opportunity at 2nd. Had to battle a high hop as it was making its way to Munoz. And then he tried to get aggressive, go between the legs, but Meadows was booking it down the line the whole time.
What a first full season in banana ball Kyle Jackson is having. 2 balls and no strikes. Has to look out for 5 pitches from Christian Davis as that one skims the outside corner. 2-seam, 4-seam fastballs, slider curve, and a changeup. KJ under this. A long wait for Zach Watson, and battling the sun after a trick play missed to start their night defensively, making sure that they have an out behind CD.
Perfect pitch from Christian Davis, running that 2-seamer inside on Kyle Jackson. Jams him, and that's how he induces the soft pop up into center.
It's no secret, Dan Oberst loves facing lefties. The Bananas DH loves to hit, no matter the man on the mound. But when a southpaw's 60 feet, 6 inches away from him, little different fire in his eyes. And once again, a pitcher's pitch and a hitter's count. That was well executed as Davis checks on DR, who is 10 for 11 on his stolen base attempts this year, takes off, and Dan got a nice pitch to hit, fouls it straight back. Nanners ran rampant last night, capitalizing on pitchers not holding them close enough to first base. Taj Porter was throwing strikes consistently to second. It's just a matter of if he was given enough time to make the play by his pitchers. The payoff, and Oberst works the sprint. All 7 tailgaters behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. They get it through the infield, and now all 3 outfielders in short order. DR goes first to third, and the inning-winning run 90 feet away now for Robert Anthony Cruz.
8th ball 4 sprint now in the series for Texas Tailgaters pitching. This isn't exactly what we expected from Christian Davis, who was very effective at Southern University in his final year. He averaged almost 10 strikeouts per 9 innings, while finishing in the top 10 in the conference in fewest walks per 9 innings.
It's the kind of guy we love in banana ball. What a swing and a miss from Rack. Got a center cut fastball, could not connect. And jumps ahead 0-2. Nice 2-seamer in on the hands. Swing and a miss. Christian Davis. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Robert Anthony Cruz. Huge K.
Well, thought he might have studied some tape, knowing that a changeup in the dirt can be a weakness for Rack. Instead, collects the punch up on a high heater.
Let's get it on down to SB.
Gosh, we see Ziggy going to the plate, but we got the real star here, his dad, Bruce. And Bruce, before we watch your son, you got some news about a battle you've been going through.
I sure do. After 5 years, I found out after Memorial Day that I'm malignant-free after 5 years and 3 different bouts of cancer. So I'm here for the first time this year, battling on this family of bananas.
Well, Bruce,
let's go, Ziggy!
Yeah, let's watch him here. It's been one of your first chances hopping out here, Bruce. What do we see? Tell the fans.
Drop it! All right, there we go.
Okay, yeah, drop that one. Ziggy's still going here, Bruce. I know you taught him how to balance the bat early. The home run was thanks to you too?
No, that's all Zig right there. But I was there at home, and after he hit that Slamboni, he called me from the dugout, and it brought tears to my eyes. MJ was at a Hall of Fame dinner, and I was at home because I was ailing. And he called me, and it was just it was a beautiful time. Yeah.
A beautiful moment, and now you get to watch him here live in person. He's battling here, full count. Here's the hit.
Oh, man. Hey, he got a piece of it.
Big piece of it there. Bruce, thanks for joining us. I know Ziggy, I think he's here, but we got to get this to talk.
What's up, everybody? I'm Ty Jackson. My jersey's available in store, and I have a rose. Let's see who deserves this rose. Hey, my jersey's in the store, all right? Whose jersey are you gonna buy? Mine? Nope? All right. Whose jersey are you gonna buy in store? Yours? All 4 team jerseys available in store. No
Ty, go get him.
Well, that was easy, Ty. Good work, man. Take a look at how you can get your Banana Ball jerseys at thesavannahbananas.com and bananaball.com.
Don't forget, my friend, Split and 40 jerseys are now available.
You can even get a Danny Hosley jersey.
I could masquerade as Split from now on.
No one would know the
I
difference.
could make a paper-mache Split helmet, hat. I mean, what do you, head? I guess it's a head.
That sounds right to me. Well, a good piece of hitting there by Alex Ziegler with his dad, Bruce, on the call with SB as Travis Munoz, the former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer, showing off his switch hit ability, taking one behind him.
Well, don't let two things get lost from that moment. One, Alex Ziegler told us after that home run in Clemson that it was the greatest moment of his life. And two, Christian Davis, an impressive escape job to keep the Bananas from earning back-to-back points in the first inning here in Cincy.
That was a remarkable escape. That thing blistered off the net. 2 balls and a strike on Munoz, 4 for 13 to start his Tailgaters career. Joe Mikulik with another competition against Tyler Gillum and fielding foul balls. That one does not count, Coach. It was off the netting first. Misnick scrapes the inside corner, evens up the count. And Munoz skies this one in the infield. KJ taking control. You know he wants something tricky. He's going to tip it. Misnick behind the back. Come on, are you not entertained? Double trick play from KJ to Niz Nasty.
And it shows you that pitchers are athletes, just like our friend Danny Graves mentioned last night. Perfect communication from KJ. And there you see Nisnik collect his first trick play that has not come via a strikeout this year.
And he's gotten 4 via the K already, so all the math heads at home can figure that out. He is leading all pitchers with 5 well pitching. You got guys like Danny Hosley at Correll Prime who are in the 20s. But they've been doing the lion's share of their trick plays elsewhere on the diamond. A ball and a strike on Trey Jones, the left fielder. Another chance for the fans. They made an out in the first inning. They do not make an out here. Trey coming off a prime season injury, just getting into the full swing of things. 2 for 4 though to start his Banana Ball career. Can't complain with that. What a talented ball player he is out of Houston. This one in on the hands. Chance for Bill Leroy to get in on the trick play fun. Barehanded beauty, you bet. 2 outs on 3 trick plays now for the Nanners.
I mean, that pop didn't even look difficult for Bill Leroy. It didn't necessarily scramble immediately to try and find the Banana Ball. I think he read it extremely well. And came away with trick play number 6 this season as the ball gets yeeted into the crowd.
Nisnik trying to complete a 1-2-3 inning. Mac Danford stands in his way. Danford 7 for 20 on the tour, already has the career cycle. He did that in 2 games. That ball is demolished. Mac Danford. Oh my! What a colossal shot. Second homer of the tour for Big Mac.
Well, he said his goal this season was to try and hit 20 home runs for the Texas Tailgaters. He grabs the belt from, it looks like, Coach Penny, and that is a Tailgater tater for Big Mac.
What a tape measure shot. Let's get it on down to Brett Loftus.
Mac Danford, you just hit a big-time tater in a big league ballpark. Tell the people who you are.
Hi, my name's Mac Danford. I'm from Grand Ridge, Florida, baby. Florida Tailgate's here to stay. Let's go!
Gator up.
Gator up for sure. Tailgaters strike first. But they are looking for more. Jason Arendt getting the start after he came off the bench last night and peppered one into left field for a base knock. Here's our Dunkin' Donut batter for the ball game. Nisnik going for the trick pitch. K misses inside. All right, 2 for 6 in his young Tailgaters career. And that one gets the bottom of the zone. Fastball freezes Arendt. Nice bounce back from Nisnik after the 2-out bomb.
Getting to do the stanky leg for the first time tonight. And now it is back-to-back ball games where the folks in Cincinnati have come away with free donuts courtesy of Dunkin'.
But another look at the solo home run for Mac Danford. Boy, he hit that thing where the big boys play. That was a man's home run. And let's take a look back. August 14th, 2020, the first time the Savannah Bananas ever played the Party Animals. It was a 4-1 victory for the Collegiate Nanners. Some things never change. Maceo Harrison boogieing on first base. And then last year, May 30th, the first ever Firefighters game versus the Savannah Bananas. Actually, check that. This will be a Firefighters victory. Their 3rd game ever. Now, I'm all over the place. Forget everything. Let's talk about last night. How about the Tailgaters? Great battle with the Nanners. They ended up falling 5-2.
Well, now you've gotten to see that every time the Bananas have played a new Banana Ball franchise, they have picked up the win their first time facing those opponents.
That's right.
And last night might have been the most convincing victory we have ever seen. Again, the pitching stellar and the Bananas with 5 points after they had 4 against both the Animals and Firefighters in their first franchise ball games.
We're going to be talking about the Firefighters' 3rd game ever later tonight. Got crossed up.
That's okay, man. This happened to me last night, you see, because I was thinking about 3 fan-caught foul balls through 2 innings.
Right.
We were trying to talk about 2 games at once!
Which we have happening.
We're all human.
Right. Once again right now, yeah. As much as it may shock you folks, we are. The Party Animals and Firefighters currently scoreless through 2 innings of action in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Christian Davis saved his offense in the 1st inning. Now they've provided him a little firepower. Travis Mignot able to nail the trick play to take care of Ryan Cox. Nice start to CD's 2nd inning of work.
And that was some funky stuff from Mignot between the legs. Then it looked like he tipped it up to himself and off of his glove before it's into the bare hand and over to Brett Carson. Let's not forget, Mignot, the first man to ever record a trick play catching the banana ball in a cap.
Bouncer to Jordan Hussein, backhanded between the legs. Strong throw and plenty of time to take care of Eric Jones Jr. And Christian Davis now with a quick 2 outs. 1 away from earning the Tailgaters their first ever lead against the Bananas.
And now the Tailgaters with their first 2 trick plays of the ball game. And it's time to see if Davis can record the first sub-2-minute inning in his banana ball career.
Ahead of Danny Hosley. Make it 0-2 now. Boy, CD told us he loves to work fast. Of course, banana ball was built for him, especially a guy that's known for pounding the zone. And with his college catcher showing off the flexibility last there, the Southern boys, Taj and Christian, he's starting to feel real comfortable on the bump. Another 1-2. Danny Hosley, high but not deep enough to left. Trey Jones battling the sun behind the back. How about that? 3 trick plays on the frame for the Tailgaters. Trey Jones grabs the first of his banana ball career, and the Tailgaters have a lead.
2 infield trick plays, the last one coming in the outfield, and it is indeed a 1-minute and 46-second inning for the rookie left-hander Christian Davis.
And that's fantastic banana ball right there. Looks like the Nanners have something special for Noah Nisnik coming out to the mound. the 2024 Banana Ball Rookie of the Year on the bump. You like to craft something a little extra for the guy. How about Maceo, Malachi, and Zach Phillips getting in on the fun? Now, if this was a real boy band, I mean, come on.
Now we're
selling out international tours.
We know that Maceo just had success on America's Got Talent. You
Darn
put
right.
these 4 guys on the stage, you think they make it through?
Oh, yeah, come on now. I mean, Mace got through 4 for 4 on yeses. You give him some firepower?
Supergroup time?
Yeah. I mean, the guy's already dynamic enough by himself. You give him some of his beloved Banana Boys, game over. Can't wait to see what Mace cooks up in the second round of America's Got Talent. It's got 9, 10, and 1 in the order here for the Texas Tailgaters. Marcos Castillo has been the primary leadoff hitter for this squad. And excellent in that role. This ball struck well. Robert Anthony Cruz, backflip ability, 10 out of 10. Wow, with the sun blaring down, a barrel from Castillo. A beautiful backflip catch.
He was tiptoeing into the sun to complete that rack flip. Number 22 for Cruz in 2025. Man, that one really impressive.
Jordan Hussein has been holding down the 10-hole. Bottom of the order, trying to feed the top. 4 for 20 to start his Tailgaters campaign. Told Josh and I in the locker room a few hours ago that he's going to get going here. The season is very young. He is too good a ball player to be held at the Mendoza line when it comes to batting average. This one driven out to right center. Long run for Alexiadis and Meadows. Reese makes the catch. 2 down.
Well, it's a good piece from Jordan Hussein, but he's never been much of a power hitter, and the lack of power hurts him here as Reese Alexiadis is able to track that one down well in right center field.
Back to the top of the order we go. And the former superstar at LSU. And the Orioles' 3rd-round draft pick back in 2019, Zach Watson. With the ball and a strike. Tapped a swinging bunt his first time, was taken care of by Niz. Off the end of the bat, Rack, another chance, he's gonna tip it. DR into the cap, another double trick play for the Nanners. And a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Nisnik.
More trickery from the Savannah Bananas, and it's Cruz coming away with 2 trick plays, Meadows with 1. As you see him round off trick play 85, and we go down to Emily Cole for our Bananas Foster Family of the Night.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To raise awareness and support the community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already doing amazing things in the foster care world, while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Gantz family. Nicole and Steven learned about the dire need for more foster families and became licensed foster parents 14 years ago. They have since expanded on their license and are now qualified as a therapeutic home, which means that they can help take care of children with special needs. In the last 14 years, they have welcomed 57 children and teens into their family and are now celebrating their 5th and 6th adoptions. Fans, please help us celebrate this incredible family for all that they're doing for the foster care community here in Ohio.
It's always such a heartwarming scene to see the love for the superheroes in the foster care community. Tonight, Nicole and Steven in the middle of the group hug. Special stuff down on the field, and another special night here in Banana Land. Well, Bananas and Tailgaters do battle here, the Party Animals and Firefighters, with a rubber match in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Over on the Party Animals YouTube channel, currently scoreless when it comes to points in the third inning, but the Firefighters pleaded one in the top half, chance for them to take a lead. Here in Cincinnati, the Banana Band blasting away as we also head to the bottom of the third, where the Tailgaters do lead 1 to zilch. It's going to be 9-10-1 for the Nanners, just like it was for the Tailgaters in the top half. Bill Leroy, Jackson Olsen, and then at the top of the order, DR Meadows due to swing it. Tailgaters have not taken the field. We're waiting to see if they send Christian Davis out for a fourth inning of work or if Joe Mikulik is going to the pen. It'll be a third inning of work for CD. I beg your pardon. Sean McBride and the band. Dynamite job as per usual. And the crowd goes crazy. And here comes Bill Leroy. We are still waiting for the Tailgaters to take the field. A key component of Banana Ball is having an opponent. Where are these guys? The Tailgaters taking their time. Took it out for their third inning defensively. Nice medley there with Christian Davis, who has dazzled across 2 innings of scoreless work so far. Putting the button on that. Entrance out to the field. Rude greeting from Bill Leroy. He ambushes the fastball and has the first hit of the night for the Bananas.
Nice clean single up the middle for Bill Leroy, batting .344 across his last 17 games for the Nanners. And now replaced on first base with Malachi Mitchell, the Bananas' designated runner.
Jackson Olsen ahead of ball and no strikes. The designated runner can pinch run 1 time every trip through the order. So Tyler Gillum and company getting Malachi in just before the Nanners lineup flips on its head. This one shanked, gonna be a tough play, backhanded by Jordan Hussein, long throw, stretch from Brett Carson. What a play on both ends. Robbery of the highest degree.
Well, we saw Jordan Hussein playing all across the diamond last season for the Party Animals, but knew he was so talented defensively, he had to be a starting shortstop on some team. The Houston native, a perfect fit for this Tailgaters squad, and surely going to be one of the standout defensive stars the rest of the way this year.
That is a huge play as Flash advances to second. DR Meadows ahead 2-1. He reached on a trick play, missed his first time. Oh boy, that was not caught by the fans. Wow, bobbled. Looked pretty good from my vantage point in the booth. 2-2 on the doctor. Christian Davis was able to pick up his defense in the first. After DR was gifted first base, now he's going to try and steal first, and he will. Yeah, no throw from Taj Porter. DR's team leading third steal of first this year. Pulls him into a tie for second place on the tour in that department, just trailing Tanner Thomas. And the inning-winning run, 90 feet away for Kyle Jackson.
Nobody was better at swiping first base last season for the Bananas than DR Meadows, always picking those spots wisely. Now setting up Kyle Jackson in a spot that he has been unbelievable at this season. 7 for 13, batting with runners in scoring position with 6 sprints.
Nasty slider to start the battle. Now an 0-2 count on KJ. That looks like it should do the job. Diving attempt from Zach Watson. He can't snag it. And for a second straight night in his home state, Kyle Jackson has himself a walk-off. We're tied at 1. And Bananas will celebrate with little Tate McRae. Impressive stuff from Kyle Jackson. He lives for these moments, now up to 9 walk-offs here in his first full Banana Ball World Tour. And after 3 innings, we are knotted at 1 point apiece here in Great American Ballpark. Hey, they brought the camera up to us. Check this out. We've got Havana Bananas. We got banana on here, pulled pork, onion rings. Little taste test action. Yeah, how about it? All right, no time like the present. I think we have some friends who are going to try this with us. Brett, you got something down there, buddy?
Yeah, he does. I'm just the glorified Mike. 2-hand job.
Yeah, so here's what we got going on here, boys. Texas Tailgaters chili cheese fries, smoked brisket chili, ranch and cheese, big old hogger of a bite. Some would say Texas size. Here we go.
That's a good bite. Yeah, Brett.
Talk while you're chewing, Brett. You can do that.
Oh my. Whoa, these really make you feel not even the words, but the motions of gatoring up. This is unreal. This is feeling better than when Mac Danford hit that tater in the second inning. My goodness.
Whoa.
Oh, man. Bigo and Josh, I hope what you guys got is just as good as y'all.
Well, you get to experience how long it takes me to take one bite. This is one of the greatest things I've eaten in my entire life.
I think that they're experiencing the second best concession that is offered here at Great American Ballpark. This Havana Banana is unreal. Absolutely unreal.
I am so blessed to get to call this Banana Ball game. I don't want to right now because I just want to eat this sandwich. I am being so serious. This is one of the tastiest things I have ever gotten to eat. Oh my gosh, that is good. Gage Voorhees, after joining Josh and I in the Party Plaza this afternoon, takes over on the mound for Noah Nisnik. And Josh is still chewing his sandwich.
Just finished. Oh my gosh.
2, 3, and 4.
I'm in hog heaven.
Literally. Is that banana or plantain on that?
Plantain.
Plantainable. My God.
And let me tell you, you taste that plantain. It does not get covered up by everything else.
I kind of think it's the star of the show.
The crispy onion straws are an immaculate touch.
Goodness.
Immaculate.
I'm literally the slowest human when it comes to chewing food I've ever met in my life.
Hey, you better be thankful Vincent Chapman's not up here. That's a man who would take your Havana Banana.
That thing would be gone. I only got to take one bite. That's That's the price I pay for grinding my meals to a mush before I send them down the esophagus. 2, 3, and 4 for the Tailgaters here. A 3-0 count. The team leader in ball four sprints, Nick Lopez, holding down the 2-hole. And he finally gets a strike. Gage Voorhees dials up a fastball at the knees. 3-1. Pitcher's pitch. Now a payoff coming from Gage. Backdoor bender and a beauty. After 3 straight balls, 3 straight strikes. And Gage is boogieing on the bump.
Beautiful sequence from Gage Voorhees, and just continued to sneak pitches in the zone against Nick Lopez. You see the smile from Voorhees, and great to see the strikeout early, as he has just 4 across his last 12 1/3 innings pitched.
That's the first strikeout in the banana ball career of Nick Lopez. Taj Porter fouls the first fastball he gets, and he wants it back. He earned a sprint his first time. Furious with himself there. He didn't go Mac Danford on that thing. Gage taking some time with an 0-1 count to do a little dancing. Olson, Cox, and Meadows, his backup dancers. The pride of Springfield, Ohio, with a fastball wide. Voorhees, a veteran of the game. 2-1 count now. It's a 2022 collegiate banana. And then a visitor last year, then a firefighter. Now back to being in yellow, 3-1. And that ball is struck well. Taj Porter with a Taj tank. One-way ticket to the seats. His first bomb of 2025.
First home run for Taj Porter since May the 2nd, 2024. The lone home run in his rookie season. And now with 2 in his banana ball career, and Voorhees cannot believe he just gave up the long ball back in his home park.
Let's get another look at the long ball from the pride of Mandeville, Louisiana. Thought he should have set the first ball he got from Voorhees to the land of good and plenty. In a hitter's count, he was able to make it happen on the 3-1. What an easy swing, too, from Taj. I mean, just get barrel to the ball. Let the bat do the rest.
Well, that's just exactly where falling behind in the count will get you in trouble. As a pitcher, you don't want to wind up allowing the ball for a sprint and possibly seeing a guy wind up on second base and already in scoring position. You think you can get a heater to get you over and run the count full. Porter made him pay, and now Brett Carson goes into left center field and is going to try for 2. Meadows flipped it to Robert Anthony Cruz, which seemed a little bit unnecessary, and it helps Brett Carson in the end record a 2-bagger.
I completely agree. Looked like DR was trying to pull some Mario Super Sluggers teammate action out in center. As Buñuel peppers it right back to Voorhees, he takes care of the Tailgaters second baseman. For out number 2, another look at the nice snag by Voorhees. Looking Carson back to second base. Off the bat, I thought, oh, this might be extra bases. And then the way DR tracked it down, I said, no, he's going to be able to hold him to first. Then he flipped it to Rack.
Well, the way in which Carson was even rounding at the first base bag made it appear that he was very hesitant about trying to go for 2 bases.
That's right. 0-2 count here on Trey Jones. Popped out his first time. Takes that one just a bit inside. Voorhees, a kitchen sink kind of guy. 5 pitches. He'll throw any offering in any count. And now 2-2 on Jones. Swing and a miss. Nasty slider there from Voorhees. Strands Carson on second, but the big blast from Taj Porter has the Tailgaters in a great spot to tie this, or check that, to take the lead once again.
Yeah, just an unfortunate mistake for Gage Voorhees, but able to retire Trey Jones. And now it's time for some Hey Baby. Here's Jesse.
Everyone on your feet. Again, 42,000. You guys are amazing on your feet. And we're going to rock it right now. So everyone, hands up in the air. Hands up in the air. Here we go, Shark. Clap those hands.
Wonderful hey babying ability from the full capacity crowd here in Great American Ballpark. And James Tauble, aka Jimmy Strings, takes over on the bump for Christian Davis. What a nice start Tauble's had to his young banana ball career.
3 innings pitched, a 4-minute and 25-second minutes per inning mark, and he has not allowed a walk-off to an opponent yet while earning 2 points. He throws 2-seam, 4-seam changeup and curveball, and is also a talented violinist for the Tailgaters band.
Big batters for Tauble here in the bottom of the fourth. 3, 4, and 5. Oberst, Rack, and Alexiadis. Those are the 3 guys in a 3-way tie for the Bananas team lead in extra base hits. And as I mentioned Dan's first time, historically he feasts off of lefties. That continues right here. He sends this one to the wall in right center. Oberst has good wheels. He's gonna think about 3, he's going for it. Relay, not in time. And just like that, the inning tying run on third for the Nanners. 1 batter into the bottom of the fourth.
Well, 43% of Dan Oberst's hits have gone for extra bases this season. And despite the fact that he's not hitting 300 right now on tour, he says that he feels so confident in his plate approach at the box, keeping a lot of weight on that back foot, something that he's learned from the Corral Prime school of hitting.
A little confusion from the Tailgaters. They're going to bring the infield in. They were going for 5 infielders for a second, but now they end up sending Jason Arendt back to right. Robert Anthony Cruz in foul territory. Taj Porter takes care of it. Big first out for Jimmy Strings. It's probably the closest thing we've ever gotten to a lefty Sean Fluke. He does not come with a lot of velocity, but a couple different fastballs, changeup and a curve. He really kept the party animals off balance. Only 1 earned run across his 3 innings thrown so far this year. Now he's got to get through Reese Alexiadis. That one bounced to short. Oberst coming home. Hussein's got him in a pickle. Porter in control. He's going to flip it, and Mac Danford with the tag. And what a job by Tauble and the Tailgaters. That takes the tying run off of third base, puts it back on first.
Well, whether it was the plan or not, he's benefited from aggression from Cruz and Alexiadis swinging at the first pitch, both of them outs.
Meadows and Leroy all doing their best One Direction impersonation. Now the songbird of our generation represents the inning-winning run. Alexiadis on first, the inning tying run. Pitcher's pitch to jump ahead of Malden. Ball and a strike. Jimmy String's a guy who spent his entire college career at Sacred Heart. Some really impressive seasons out there at Fairfield, Connecticut. Hoping for some help from the fans here. Doesn't get it. One-two count on Dalton Malden. Smart move by Tobble, checking on Alexiadis over at first. Back up the middle, deflection off the glove, barehanded, and Hussein didn't look like he really had a chance to get Malden, who runs very well. It'll be an infield single, and the inning continues for the Nanners.
Well, Hussein's already had a couple of key plays in tonight's ball game. It's tough to make all of them, but great play against Jackson Olsen in the third. Obviously was able to get Oberst out at home a couple batters ago. Now we'll see if Tobble can escape some trouble with the righty Eric Jones Jr. up.
A ball and a strike. Once again, the beauty of banana ball. Tobble, a guy who is dominating a men's league in Richmond, Virginia the past few years. Faces off against a former minor leaguer and Mariners bullpen catcher in the summer of 2022.
Truly amazing to see what Tobble was able to do in a league where you pay $200 to join. He had 55 strikeouts, second most in a season in that league.
EJ gets under this one. Trey Jones backpedaling. Behind the back! Oh, the chutzpah! Wow! If he boofs the trick play, the Tailgaters lose the inning. Instead, they win it. Trey Jones, you're out of your mind. Tailgaters up 2-1.
Absolutely no fear from the rookie. Had one in left, now comes away with the behind-the-back catch in center, and the Tailgaters back on top.
Trey Jones, you're a bad man. Let's get it down to Garrett Lampert.
Your daddy. Here's how it's going to work. On the field, I have my friend Connor. Behind him are three gentlemen. One of those gentlemen is his father. The other two are not. They're each going to sing a bit of karaoke for you, and then Connor's going to have to choose who his daddy was. But here's the catch. They're going to sing after sucking in a lot of helium. We're going to see how strong their father-son connection really is. Here we go. Sucking that helium, sir. You ready for this? That was all right. Here we go. Contestant number 2, sucking that helium. Keep listening, Connor. Here we go.
With you, you can play Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I was pretty strong. Connor, does that sound like your dad? I don't know. Contestant number 3. Sucking more of that helium.
Marlene Charles.
That was a high note. All right. The moment of truth. Connor, who's your daddy?
3.
Connor, go meet your new dad. That wasn't it, folks. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
It's a good one. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Mr. Lampert. Mac Danford with a bomb to left his first time. Too much launch angle on this one, out to right. Reese Alexiadis eyeing it up. Tornado catch. One pitch into the 5th inning. A stupendous trick play to get us going.
36th of the season for Super Reese, and all of a sudden, he is back in his prime when it comes to the tornado catch, has figured out how to get that banana ball in glove while avoiding the cape that he has made a signature.
Jason Arendt behind 0-2 is the Dunkin' Donut batter here tonight. And the fans thank him for striking out his first time. 360 twirly bird pitch, and Arendt ahead of it. Cranks it foul. Joe Mikulik not able to make the play. Oh, that was a gimme, coach. Swing and a miss. Little hesitation, nasty. Slider there from Voorhees. Sits down Arendt. Strikeout number 3.
Tough to see for Jason Arendt, who throughout the prime season for the Texas Tailgaters was quite the offensive force. Felt like every time he was putting the ball in play, it was falling for a hit, but fooled by the spinner sailing on the outside portion of the plate.
That's a dirty pitch after the hesitation in the windup as Marcos Castillo into the crowd. Knock on. Marcos struck the ball well his first time, ended up being a backflip catch from Robert Anthony Cruz in left. Originally out of San Jose, California, moved to Round Rock, Texas at 8 years old. That's where he fell in love with baseball. That ball is struck well, but foul and not caught. In San Jose, said soccer was his #1 sport. Got to a small town where football and baseball were king, and he fell in love with America's pastime. Strikes another ball well, but Alexiadis has it squared up. Tipping it in the air, tipping it again, and DR taking it home in the hat. 3rd double trick play of the ball game for the Nanners, and a fine 1-2-3 inning for Gage Voorhees.
And Alexiadis saw in his peripheral Meadows charging in quickly. That's why you saw the second tip, and it's another hat catch for DR tonight.
Second time the Doctor and Super Reese have teamed up on a double trick play, and this day in Banana Ball history, how about this? The first ever split tour. The Party Animals taking care of the visitors in Grayson Stadium. How about Armando Macena behind the back catch, and Taj Porter with the athleticism behind the dish. Fun to see Ty Jackson leading a visitors run celebration as well. And at the very same time, the Bananas and Firefighters doing battle in Nashville, Tennessee. DR in his bag as per usual. Logan Lacey firing up the crowd, and I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to talk about it. Isaac Parra with the trickery over at short, as the Firefighters ended up coming away with a really impressive 2-1 victory.
Yeah, it was a great night for Bradford Webb, who led the Firefighters throughout the late stages of that ball game, and also included the first ever fan caught foul ball in favor of the Firefighters.
Brian Trepanier takes over. Man who was on that visitor squad taking on the Party Animals a year and a day ago, and now making a home for himself on the Texas Tailgaters.
He's a Columbus, Georgia native. After his first outing with the visitors last season, Trepanier said it was probably the best day of his life. So you can guarantee he's happy to be a full-time Texas Tailgater this season, but he's still trying to find his command out there on the pitcher's mound. 3 hit-by pitches, 5 sprints through his first 2 2/3 innings pitch.
He's got Danny Hosley, Bill Leroy, and Jackson Olsen due to swing it. Bottom 3 in the order. Hosley flew out his first time. That was the first Trey Jones behind the back catch. Taj Porter wanted that one to be called a strike by Vincent Chapman. He did not get it. That's a firm fastball. Nice 2-seam movement from Trepanier, part of a 6-pitch mix. And shows off the changeup. 2-2 now. We're working a knuckle curve, a slider, as you just saw right there, and added a knuckleball this year. Fastball, another well-located heater. That one all the way into the upper deck, and Danny Hosley fouls out to a fan. Boy, the folks here in Cincinnati have unbelievable hands, and that guy can't believe he got a banana out.
It almost feels impossible. Hosley went the entire 2024 tour without fouling out to a fan, and it's only the second time he's ever done it, the first since July 14th, 2023 in Durham, North Carolina.
All streaks are meant to be broken.
Wow.
Oh. The folks here in Porkopolis built different. Robert Anthony Cruz found that out last night when he was retired twice by the fans. This is the first 2 foul outs to fans he had all year. Trepanier's starting to get dialed in. 0-2 now on Bill Leroy. And another opportunity for the fans once again to the upper deck, and this one not caught. There's a lot of guys who could throw their hat in the ring when you talk about the most interesting men in Banana Land. BK is right up there. Oh, that one just missed. And they call him BK because his dad is a Burger King franchisee in the Columbus, Georgia area. A magnate. Nice take there by Bill, count even at 2-2. And Brian worked for Burger King many years of his life. First time he hopped on a plane to leave Columbus, Georgia was to go to Indianapolis for Banana Ball last year. Jason Arendt in right, backpedaling, didn't have it quite lined up for a trick play. He'll be content with making sure Trepanier has out number 2. And here comes something special.
The world's tallest hitter, Dakota Stilts. Oh, Britain.
Well, now BK has to take on the tallest athlete in the world. Dakota Stilts All-Britain, after an excellent outing on the bump last night, inducing a fly ball that turned into a rack flip. Showing off his strike zone to Trepanier, gets the hands in. Uh-oh, the fans, they give Stilts another opportunity. Every ball into the stands here in Great American Ballpark just feels that much more dangerous. Now 7 foul outs to fans across the series. That one up the middle. Jordan Hussein behind the back on the run. Fine trick play. And a 1-2-3 inning for BK.
That is the third outstanding defensive play Jordan Hussein has made tonight, coming away with the behind-the-back catch against Stilts. Tailgaters still leading this one 2-1.
Let's get it on down to the young professor for some Mr. Olympia.
3 of our strongest fans to compete in the bodybuilding contest. This is Mr. Banana Olympia, and you're going to decide who the winner is. Let's meet our first contestant. What's your name?
Luke.
All right, Luke, how old are you?
20.
20-year-old Luke. Let's see your best pose, Luke. Big buys, all right. Sun's out, guns out for Luke. 20 years young. Next up, my man right here looks like he doesn't skip a day in the gym. What's your name?
My name is Max.
All right, Max, how old are you, buddy?
34.
34, prime of his life. Let's see what you got, Max. Oh, yeah. Strong. Oh, side chest, baby. That looks good, Max. And, sir, what's your name?
Raul.
Raul. From Miami, okay. How old are you, Raul?
65.
65 years young. All right. Oh my God. Raul. That's not a pose. That's not a pose. Give me a pose. Oh. Oh, man. All right. Well, we have to vote. Is it Luke? Is it Max? Or is it Raul?
Impressive Mr. Olympia performance right there. New man on the mound for the Bananas. After 2 innings of 1-run ball from Gage Voorhees, Zach Phillips, the former Kansas City Royals minor leaguer, takes over. Second man out of the pen for the Nanners.
Still leading all qualified pitchers with a 3-minute and 29-second average minutes per inning mark, but gets a rude greeting. Hussein with a 1-0 single into left field.
Nice night for Hussein. Now 1 for 2, and he's been dazzling with the glove. Nelson Smith with the line dance ability, no surprise. Out of Jolton, Tennessee, about 12 minutes from downtown Nashville, and has gotten into competitive line dancing over the past couple years. Has hauled in a few awards from some pretty prestigious competitions around the Nashville area as well. Normally the Tailgaters designated runner, and boy, he gets a steady diet of gas from Zach Phillips. Strikes out swinging, we'll get it down to Jesse.
Now coming to pitch, a 2-time All-Star and Cincinnati Reds Hall of Famer. From your Cincinnati Reds, please welcome Danny Graves.
Boy, how special is it to get to see Danny Graves after spending a couple innings in the booth with us last night, taking center stage here in Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, the Reds' all-time leader in saves. Graves, phenomenal throughout his career. Got to see how excited he was to see his teammate Sean Casey come out to take a pinch hit at bat for the Bananas. Now he gets his opportunity to suit up and see if he can grab the next 2 outs.
Well, we're talking about the mayor. We wish our good friend Sean Casey the best. He's going to have surgery to repair a torn hamstring on his ball 4 sprint last night. Oh, man. You hate to see it. What an awesome appearance it was for him. The 1000 OBP will be on bananaball.com/stats for the rest of the tour.
Forever.
That's a fact. We'll see. I think Casey's got a couple more plate appearances in his Banana Ball career once he's off the mend. 2 balls and no strikes to Nick Lopez. He's been one of the best hitters in this Tailgaters lineup. And he takes 4 straight balls from Danny Graves. And Hussein was whipping it around the bags. Oh, Lopez, a little too greedy, looking for 2 bases. And the Bananas get it to Robert Anthony Cruz, the 7th and final fielder behind the pitcher and catcher. In plenty of time to take care of the former Kentucky star. That's a big out for Danny Graves.
Well, Danny Graves was very familiar across his playing career with his defense picking him up when he needed it. Although it never happened on a ball 4 sprint until right now. Great transitions from the Bananas outfielders to gun down Lopez, who ran himself right into that 2nd out. And Graves having a hard time getting the Banana Ball out of the dirt. Bill Leroy doing an awful lot of work as the Bananas backstop right now.
The Tailgaters backstop, Taj Porter with a 2-0 count, make it 3-0. He homered his last time up, blasted one to the seats and right. Worked a sprint his first time. And Graves is in the zone. The 3-1. Porter will take his ball four sprint. This Tailgaters team is hungry for a victory over the Bananas. Leading 2-1. A chance to apply some more pressure here in the 6th inning. No charity for the former Reds closer. And the Tailgaters will run back. A little whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. All right. Well, that horse, it's a lot like Jordan Hussein. I've never seen a horse shotgun a beer. One run in for the Tailgaters. Brett Carson, I know, would love to make it a few more. DR Meadows on the run. It's gonna whip a sideways flipping catch. And end the inning for Danny Graves, the Reds' all-time leader in saves. Gives up a run. That one will go to Zach Phillips. And .2 innings pitched with no runs against him in his banana ball career for the Reds legend. Nice trick play from the doctor to close out the frame. And as we honor all the service members, both past and present, here in Great American Ballpark, take a look at what happened earlier today. A few Bananas and Tailgaters started the day off early, heading out to the Joe Nuxle Miracle League Fields over in Fairfield, Ohio, to surprise 150 athletes and their families. Guys got out in the field to play, dance, and of course, have a whole lot of fun. And for those who don't know, the Miracle League is designed specifically to give children and adults with physical or mental disabilities a safe place to play and grow their love of baseball. It is really a beautiful thing. And Joe Nuxle Fields are named for the former Cincinnati Reds player and radio broadcaster. It just, I mean, I have chills right now watching this. This is as cool as it gets. And so thankful that a bunch of our players got to go over there and have a blast with these superstars on the diamond.
Yeah, I know there were pictures all across social media this morning of the Bananas and Tailgaters, and we even saw the man who just got his 3rd trick play for the Savannah Bananas. DR Meadows was there with the kiddos. It was a really incredible time, and something that the Bananas, the party animals, and now the firefighters and Tailgaters have been doing for the last couple of years.
As you can see, Johnny Reed, the new man on the mound for the Tailgaters. Former Washington Nationals minor leaguer gets to face the Bananas for the first time.
Was drafted in the 28th round of the 2016 Major League Baseball draft by those Nationals. He's got a stellar resume, a career 3.56 earned run average in his minor league career. Only walked 9 guys while striking out 32. And he's second on the Tailgaters right now with a 3-minute and 23-second MPI.
But he's not going to throw the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th. He's trading spots with his second baseman and is going to let Jonathan Luters offer up his 2nd ever pitch on a unicycle. DR Meadows takes it for a strike. All right, Luters, what do you got? DR cranks it foul. And Sunshine in the driver's seat here. Top of the order for the Nanners. Down a run in the inning, down a point in the game. DR flares this one into left. It's going to dunk in there for a knock ahead of Zach Watson. How about Luters pounding the zone on a unicycle? And now Kyle Jackson coming in with split. KJ pulling off a little Gracie Abrams. There goes DR. Steals second easily. I think John Reed forgot that his second baseman allowed a single to start the inning. It's now the tying run in scoring position. Kyle Jackson with a walk-off in each game so far back in his home state. You can tell Reed, former minor leaguer's got some serious zip on the heater. This one rolled over to first. Danford is going to bounce it to himself, whip it between the legs, and step on the bag. But that is a productive out for KJ, a team-first guy, as he's able to get the ball on the ground to the right side, and the inning-tying run advances over to third.
Last night he talked with Sam about quality team at-bats. Of course, it's not the result that he would have loved in that situation.
Right.
Nonetheless, I think he'll take it, especially knowing Meadows has incredible speed, and Dan Oberst is an absolute barrel machine. Now 2 for 2 with a ball 4 sprint and a run that ties up this 6th inning.
Tripled his last time, wastes no time getting a barrel on John Reed. That run charged to Jonathan Luters, who gave up the single to DR to start the frame. Now the inning-winning run on first, Robert Anthony Cruz. Trying to get out of a little bit of a funk, was not helped out by the fans last night, as we've talked about, fouled out to them twice. And 0 for 2 this evening. And he has earned this cleanup spot. Strikes this ball well, it'll be tracked down, no! Marcos Castillo. That ball was knuckling. He ended up offering up a dive, came up empty. Really looked like he had a good beat on it. It'll be a single for Rack. And just like that, the inning-winning run 90 feet from scoring. Saw the little hesitation there from Marcos. Was thinking about, am I gonna have a dive opportunity? Do I have to let this bounce in front of me? Attempted the dive, of course, did not make the play.
It's just that late where you can't have any kind of hesitation, or you're gonna put yourself in a really uncomfortable situation. That's exactly what we saw there for Castillo. Now John Reed is facing off against arguably the Bananas team MVP this season in Reese Alexiadis.
2-2 count on the guy hitting .350 with a .432 on base percentage. Count is full. Ball 4 wins the inning for the Bananas. Alexiadis, did he go? Yes. He'll have to head back to first. Or head back to the plate, rather. Reese, you can go back to the plate, buddy. Oh, now we got Dan coming home. Full confusion here. And the ball is flubbed. Dan is out at home. He's looking for interference on Taj Porter. This is absolute mayhem right now. Pure confusion all over the place. Reese Alexiadis should be at the dish. That's not a strikeout. There's the safe harbor rule. Am I wrong? That was a 3-1 pitch that he checked his swing on, by my count. We'll get another look right here. Cal Ullman, the first base umpire, said he went around. And then Dan, with some confusion, he thought that Taj Porter interfered with his trip home. Vincent Chapman and third base umpire Antonio Davis disagreed. And that is how the inning will end. Fascinating stuff. Tailgaters still lead 2-1. And what a special night we have coming on Friday. The Firefighters get their first ever headliner game. It will be against this Texas Tailgaters squad. It will be the first ever game broadcast live on the Firefighters YouTube channel. You do not want to miss it.
It is going to be really exciting as they do battle against the Texas Tailgaters. And we know just the reception that the Firefighters have gotten since they debuted in late May of last season. And they're definitely a pesky team. These two teams did a lot of battle during the prime season, and I'm sure they really want to see who wins the first regular season battle between the two newest squads.
We got a little Bananalution of dance going on here in Great American Ballpark. 3 innings left on the docket tonight. Tailgaters lead 2-1. Over in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the Party Animals lead 2-1. Going to the bottom of the 7th, look at the numbers here for Jared Donaldson in his 3rd Banana Ball World Tour.
Yeah, Donaldson out for the 16th time in 2025, owns a 2-2 record and did not allow a single run in a football stadium this season. He's getting the opportunity to pitch in a high leverage spot right now for the Nanners, and he deserves it. 2 of his last 4 innings have been thrown in less than 2 minutes.
Jumps ahead of Brett Carson with the 2-seam movement on a 4-seam fastball. Carson is going to try and steal first. Leroy's throw in time. What an athletic play by the Nanners backstop. He gives them the Matumbo, don't run on me, folks. A caught stealing first to start the 7th. That's Travis Monyo. Pico's scorebook is all goofed up. And now Trey Jones. He's had a couple dazzling behind the back catches in left and center so far tonight. Trying to add some magic with the bat. Ahead 2 balls and a strike. And falls victim to that devastating Jared Donaldson splitter. 2-2. He tells Trey the splitter's coming. And this one rolled over to EJ. Glove to glove with the flip to Donnie. In time and 2 quick outs.
When that splitter's on, it's one of the most devastating pitches in Banana Ball. You see Donnie able to get the ground ball there to Eric Jones Jr. And of course with a splitter, you're gonna get it in the dirt an awful lot. Bill was ready for it. That's why we saw him able to gun down Monyo trying to swipe first.
A ball and a strike on Mac Danford. Had the solo home run in the 2nd inning. Ended up standing up for the first point of the night for the Tailgaters. Got them their first lead ever against the Bananas here in this 2nd matchup between these 2 teams. And he muscles this one out to dead center. Mac Danford off the top of the wall. Cooking in towards 2nd. Nice throw from DR, but not in time. That is prolific power off the bat of Big Mac.
Having himself quite the ball game. A trick play, a double, a home run for the Texas Tailgaters. And was able to capitalize off of a mistake pitch from Jared Donaldson, who was falling behind in the count and just trying to draw it even. And Danford made him pay. These Bananas are going to have to pitch him way more carefully going forward.
Painful moment there for Jonathan Luters. Fouls that one off himself as he pinch hits in the 8 hole for Jason Arendt. One of the best bat-to-ball guys in Banana Land. After being the hardest man to strike out in all of Division I baseball last year with Seton Hall. Smacks this one back up the middle. Big stop sign for Danford. DR's got a cannon in center. And Andrew Bartman, coaching 3rd base, respects that arm. A guy who's done a lot of umpiring this year, has seen the doctor throw out many a man at home plate already.
Certainly helps you create a scouting report on your opponents, both the Bananas and Party Animals alike. Now Donnie trying to see if he can get out of this one with Marcos Castillo up. Wild pitch gets behind Bill Leroy, and scoring is Mac Danford with a slide into home.
This Tailgaters offense is relentless. Saw it in their first weekend of action when they split the series against the Party Animals. And their pitching was a problem in the 3-game set in Reno where they were swept by the boys in black and pink. But boy, the pitching has showed up Saturday night here in Cincinnati, and the offense continues to apply the pressure. They lead this game 2-1. Now they lead the 7th inning 1-0. And Sunshine up to 2nd on the wild pitch. 3 balls and no strikes on Castillo. Ball 4 will drive in another run. Big swing. And Marcos Would have had a sprint if he didn't offer up at it. Still his count, though. Once again, my gosh, that splitter is just so deceptive. Marcos has gotten 5 balls thrown to him. He swung at 2 of them. Full count. Chops it foul. That one would have been a strike. Nice snag. Bartster. That's a great take. Okay. We had the count wrong on the broadcast. Now it is full. And another ball spoiled there by Marcos. What a battle here between Donaldson and Castillo.
You're about to have a 10th pitch incoming from Jared Donaldson to Marcos Castillo. Very impressive, and Donaldson runs the heater inside Castillo. A self-defense swing and comes up empty, but another run across for the Texas Tailgaters. They'll try to see if they can extend their lead in points.
Another look at the punch out. Let's get it down to our Cowboy correspondent, Mr. Brett Loftus. I'm sure he's down there somewhere. Paging Brett Loftus. Paging Brett Loftus. And we never found him. Well, we don't get to chat with Brett Loftus, but we do get Brett Carson getting to pitch for the first time against the Savannah Bananas. He was one of the big stars that shone so bright in Albuquerque. It was remarkable across the Tailgaters' first ever game, both offensively and then pitching across the 8th, 9th innings and 4 rounds of showdowns. He's trying to be another one of the best two-way stars we have in this young sport.
Well, he's the man leading the Tailgaters with a 3-minute and 12-second minutes per inning mark. Also has a 2.70 earned run average, has not allowed a sprint, and has racked up 7 strikeouts. He is currently striking out more than 50% of the batters he's faced. It is still very early in this World Tour, but he has shown pretty elite swing and miss stuff as he works with a fastball 12-6 curve changeup and a sidearm sinker and slider.
Brett said he's had over 100 members of friends and family at these 2 games. Had 2 hits last night, a double here this evening. Now showing what he can do with that left arm of his. And he's gonna time a backflip with Taylor Justice, who has come in defensively. A ball and a strike. Justice battling a displaced rib right now, so he can't swing a bat, but he can catch, and he's gonna do whatever he can to help his team and create some content. Tough play for Hussein, whips it between the legs. Wow, out at first. Either the Bananas or the fans will challenge it, and I'd be shocked if it is not overturned. The Bananas end up pulling the challenge. Golden opportunity for a fan to flip a call here. Come on, folks. All right, let's take a look. We need obvious evidence to overturn the call. But to the naked eye, it really looked like he beat the rap, and the replay says the same.
Safe.
Call is overturned.
Yep, he is safe.
Yes, confirm it.
Safe.
Call is overturned.
Your attention, please. After further review, the ruling on the field is overturned. Runners.
Will be an infield single for Ryan Cox. And now Eric Jones Jr. swings at Malachi Mitchell. The designated runner gets another opportunity on the bags. He represents the inning tying run. Tailgaters had a run in the 6th. Nanners were able to tie it. EJ with a worm burner up the middle for his 2nd hit of the series. Bizarre tidbit, came off the bench last night, and across the last 2 tours coming off the bench, 2 for 2 with a ball 4 sprint.
2 for 2, a ball 4 sprint.
Right.
And he's stolen 2nd each of those times that he's gotten on.
That's the real crazy part.
It's like, what kind of black magic is at work?
Oh, man. And the steal last night was only his 3rd of the tour. He's not known for running, although he is a very smart base runner. That ball bobbled, eventually grabbed by the fan. Danny Hosley fouled out to a fan his last time. Ball and 2 strikes. Talking to the Party Animals hitters, they said Brett Carson's stuff is legit. Danny Hosley finds out real quick. Heater, inside corner, ties him up. And Carson with his first K against the Nanners.
Well, kind of similar to how we saw Jared Donaldson get the out on Marcos Castillo. Not as inside and on the hands as what we saw from Donaldson, but Carson knew to go to that inside part of the plate against Danny Hosley and put him in a very uncomfortable position.
Oh boy, Bill Leroy tried to send that ball to Asheville, Ohio. Couldn't get it to Brett's hometown. In fact, couldn't get bat on ball. Did strike that one well, but a nice diving play by Travis Munoz to rob Leroy of a knock.
We saw him make a fine play like this against the Party Animals 2 weekends ago. Now really showing that he has the ability to play the hot corner exceptionally well. A trick play last night, and now this great catch on a sharp liner.
Jackson Olsen with the inning on the line. Tying run at 2nd, winning run at 1st, behind 0-2. Front door curve just misses the inside corner. Carson working quickly. A shake and a strikeout. The curveball disgusting. And Brett Carson allows a couple guys to reach and then strands them both. Tailgaters claim another point. They're up 3-1.
Well, he continues to be unbelievable for the Tailgaters as this 2-way superstar, adding 2 more strikeouts to his ledger, and I think they're going to keep him rolling tonight.
Texas Tailgaters up by 2 with 2 innings to play. We'll get it down to the young professor. Man and a belly bump time.
Who have challenged him here today? Listen, it's not just about dancing. You got to be strong and you got to be fast. So these 4 guys are going to take on our Dad Bod Cheer Squad in a belly bump bash relay. They've got to run, belly bump their partner all the way around. The first team to make it and belly bump the last guy here at home plate is the winner. All right, gentlemen, are we ready? On your... Wait a minute. Something's missing. Gentlemen, show me the bellies. Yeah, now we're ready to race. All right, Mr. K, get there. On your mark, get set, go! The belly bump bash is underway. Coming in hot. Bang over there. Oh, Mr. K stepping on the gas, baby. All right, Spidey, strong lead for our man Annas. He's coming into Fluff. Oh, Fluff with the bump. He goes down. Our guy's coming in. Bang! And ladies and gentlemen, the fans have beaten the man Annas in the Dad Bod Belly Bash.
Riveting stuff. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Jared Donaldson out for another frame on the bump. Jordan Hussein at the bottom of the order, trying to feed Zach Watson and Nick Lopez at the top. Hussein smoked a single his last time. It's just the perfect guy to be the shortstop, one of the faces of this Texas Tailgaters team. Born and raised in Houston, 10 minutes from Minute Maid. Texas through and through, loves hunting,
loves baseball. What else could you ask for?
Well, he and Taj also learned so much as party animals a season ago, how to emerge as leaders for Banana Ball's newest squad. Hussein, obviously the Texas guy, but let's not forget, Taj Porter was last year's Banana Ball Humanitarian Award recipient. Both of those guys have just incredible characters. And Jordan Hussein, good plate discipline to start the 8th. 4 bad ones from Donaldson. He's on with a sprint.
They're also both incredible characters. Pretty goofy guys. And tremendous locker room presences. Well, Hussein does his job. Nothing he could have done better. 5 straight bad ones now from Donnie, though, to start his 2nd inning of work. Zach Watson has been punishing banana balls in his Texas Tailgaters career. Not the case right here. Reese Alexiadis is going to grab the tip drill. And a 4th trick play on the ball game for Super Reese.
Great night defensively for Alexiadis. Not only with the trick plays, had a great running catch earlier in the ball game. Just continues to do everything right. Tornado catch, some tips, and he's even helped out his teammate DR Meadows.
Nick Lopez with the ball and a strike on him. Switch hitting designated hitter worked to sprint his last time. Rolls this one over, backhanded by Jones to Cox, between the legs, back to first, a double play, and a trick play from the glove magician. Helps erase the leadoff runner for Jared Donaldson as he faces the minimum in the 8th.
3-6-3, 13th trick play of the game for the Bananas. 1 minute and 42 seconds for Jared Donaldson.
Let's get it down to Jesse.
Light up the sky right now together. So I need everyone to turn on your phones, turn on your flashlights, and everyone, we're gonna put your flashlights and phones up in the air, and we're all gonna join in and sing as loud as we can, A Little Yellow. You guys are amazing. Keep it going. We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
Another beautiful night for Banana Ball here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Over 42,000 fans on hand once again. Jesse Cole and company fired up, as they should be. And Brett Carson trying to twirl another masterpiece on the mound. He's looking for a 9-out save. 3 of them are out of the way. He's about to start his 2nd inning. He'll have the top of the order. DR Meadows, Kyle Jackson, Dan Oberst. The big boppers against the Tailgaters' best pitcher so far this year.
Well, for Brett Carson in 2023, he was named the Ohio Athletic Conference Player of the Year at Marietta. He wound up setting career highs in hits, doubles, home runs, runs batted in, and stolen bases, while also posting a 1.87 earned run average across 53 innings pitched with 65 strikeouts. It was an unbelievable two-way season back in his collegiate days. Now he is translating that to Banana Ball early on.
Well, it's part of what makes his amazing start to his Banana Ball career so exciting, as DR says, I can handle that fastball right back up the middle. Carson has to duck out of the way as the doctor is on board for the 4th time in 4 trips to the dish tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a couple singles and a steal of first. Reached on a trick play, missed his first time. And now we're waiting for the bat boy. As I was saying, part of what makes Brett Carson so exciting, being the 2023 Ohio Athletic Conference Player of the Year, is he's trying to walk in the shadow of Danny Hosley, a guy who was the 2021 Mid-Eastern Conference Player of the Year at Norfolk State. So you've seen these guys be two-way superstars, the best players in their leagues collegiately, and then that translate into banana ball. And there has not been a learning curve for Brett Carson as he falls behind of Kyle Jackson here.
Yeah, we've seen other people take on two-way roles in banana ball. Nobody's done it about as elite as Danny Hosley has. Now Kyle Jackson finds a 1-0 pitch, lines it into right field, and Meadows is streaking around home to score. The Bananas in just 48 seconds cut this to just a 1-point game before the final inning.
Kyle Jackson is a machine. He has driven in both inning-winning runs for the Bananas tonight. He drove in a walk-off last night as well. And now the Tailgaters lead, cut to 1, heading to our final inning where every run scored counts as a point. If we're tied at the end of it, we'll go to showdowns. I hope you were watching the first weekend of Tailgaters action back in Albuquerque, New Mexico against the Party Animals, where both of those games went to showdowns. They were both epic conclusions. All we hope for in the booth here is wonderful banana ball games. Wouldn't hate some showdowns. As you get a look at one of the riverboats on the Ohio, and we set our attention on the 6'5" right-hander out of the pen, Correll Prime, getting his first opportunity to pitch in the 9th of his young banana ball career.
Only actually the second time Prime has ever pitched in the 9th after he came into a game in Salt Lake City last August when Danny Hosley surrendered 7 runs that became points to the Party Animals. Prime has a 107 ERA plus. He has been an above tour average pitcher. He's got a swing and miss slider and a 13% strikeout rate. And I think those factors are the reason why Prime now has this opportunity to prove himself as a high leverage arm for the Savannah Bananas, as they're opting not to pitch Austin Krasminski on back-to-back nights after seeing how much it hurt them a weekend ago in Charlotte.
Well, the Nanners are kind of searching for a closer right now as they have transferred Danny Do-It-All to a starting role. And Correll Prime, here's your first audition, my friend. Talked about Jared Donaldson getting a couple opportunities in the 9th. He pitched the 7th and 8th tonight, gave up 1 run across his 2 innings pitched. Prime has 3, 4, and 5. Taj Porter, Brett Carson, and Travis Munoz. Taj having a great night. Can't connect on the 2-seamer from Prime. Everything moves from the former Rockies minor leaguer. And this one, a hot shot through the 4-hole. When it's going good, it's going good. Taj Porter, 2 sprints, the homer, and now a single.
Great way to rebound from a 3-strikeout night last night here in Cincinnati. And for Correll Prime, Biko, you mentioned that everything moves. He also has pretty good sinker ball, which helps keep the ball on the ground. Unfortunately, the defender not in sight. Now Prime gets the ground ball right back to him, gets the lead out at second, but the speed of
Brett Carson.
Brett Carson, too much. He's in at first base, and you see him pitching. He currently occupies both the pitcher spot and the extra hitter spot for the Tailgaters, which allows him, of course, to take that AB in this scenario.
Now Travis Munoz. As this one shanked the opposite way, he finds grass in the outfield. Former minor leaguer on former minor leaguer crime. 2 on with 1 down. And looks like we're getting a golden batter.
The Texas Tailgaters are invoking the golden batter rule. Hitting into place of Trey Jones is the Tailgaters' golden batter, Mac Denford.
This is fascinating strategy from Joe Mikulik and company over in the Tailgaters dugout. They turn to Mac Danford, who's seeing beach balls tonight and is the team leader with his 5 extra base hits, 2 of those, a homer and a double coming tonight. He's also on deck. That's the beauty of the Golden Batter. Barring a double play ball, Danford's going to get to hit against Prime. Back-to-back plate appearances. He's quickly behind 0-2. Nice front door slider. Party Animals just won 2-1 over the Firefighters to take the series in Grand Rapids. Back to Prime. There's one at second. Cox to first. There's the double play. Correll Prime fielding his position beautifully. And he puts up a big goose egg in the 9th.
The sinker ball does its job for Correll Prime. 2 ground outs, the fielder's choice first, and then a massive double play started by the big man on the mound.
He leads Ryan Cox perfectly to the bag. The glove magician does the rest, and Prime is dancing his way back to the dugout. Stupendous audition as the Bananas closer, albeit in a game they trail. But he holds the door. And the Nanners down 1. Have 3, 4, and 5 in the order coming to swing it. Dan Oberst, Robert Anthony Cruz, Reese Alexiadis. The top 3 guys on the team in extra base hits. Oberst with 8 home runs. Check that, make it 7. Rapp with 7 as well. Alexiadis a team high 9.
Well, we just saw how the top part of this Bananas lineup, Meadows and Kyle Jackson, did some hefty damage against Brett Carson. Could very well see those guys Golden Batter at some point in this inning after the success they had, and they know what Brett Carson's stuff looks like specifically on this night. So we will see how they manage things as Dan Oberst, it appears, will still be the man leading it off in the 9th for the Nanners.
Yeah, I think I would send a guy 2 for 2 with the triple and a ball for a sprint up to the dish, who loves hitting against lefties.
And I love Robert Anthony Cruz to death. I just question the possibility of having the lefty-on-lefty matchup. And Cruz also scuffling just a tad for this squad.
Rack did single his last time and currently is holding down the on-deck circle.
The other thing the Texas Tailgaters have got to be wary of is that the double play ball doesn't hurt them yet again in tonight's ball game. They have 13 double plays through their first 7 games as a team. They are hoping it didn't kill them from a rally and an insurance point as Oberst falls behind 1-2.
This one driven deep out to left center. Marcos Castillo on the run, diving, can't hold on to it. Oh, a Superman dive, and it'll be a double for Danny Barrels. Almost highway robbery, but instead the Nanners have the inning-tying run in scoring position to start the last of the 9th.
That was all-out effort from Marcos Castillo, though. That is such a tough play to make, reaching across your body to try and corral it. And you see, it looks like it got more towards the thumb or possibly pinky section rather than the actual pocket of that mitt. As Rapp takes a big cut and swings through the first pitch.
He thought he was getting that front door curveball. It was a heater. 1-1 now. Carson so deceptive. Gets Rack swinging on another heater up and in. A ball and 2 strikes. Everybody on their feet here in Cincinnati. High pop. Hussein making a big call on the edge of the grass. Back into the infield. There's out number 1. Now Brett Carson duels with Reese Alexiadis. 1 ball, no strikes. Super Reese has been stupendous in the clutch this year. Drives this one deep out to right center. Castillo diving, he gets it! What a play by Marcos Castillo! Takes extra bases away from Alexiadis, and the Tailgaters are an out away from the win.
Heck of a way to make up for the play that started the bottom of the ninth. Castillo able to come away with some robbery of Reese Alexiadis, but that was read perfectly by Dan Oberst. He never left the second base bag and tagged successfully once he saw the ball in Castillo's glove.
Brett Carson checking on second base. The first base umpire, Cal Allman, makes the call that Oberst tagged legally. He agrees with Josh's analysis that Oberst did not leave the bag early.
I would have had a field day if they would have said he was out there.
Ryan Cox, the toughest guy to strike out on this Bananas team, against a strikeout wizard on the mound. And Cox does not bite on the beautiful bender. Oberst the tying run, leading off third. Cox liner into right center. Castillo, leaping grab for the win. The Texas Tailgaters stun the Bananas 3-2 to split the series here in Cincinnati.
He earned the nickname the Jet from Ty Jackson for a reason. Castillo back-to-back game-winning plays, and the Tailgaters, for the first time in team history, upset the Savannah Bananas.
It gets wild, yeah, but that's the way we get down in our hit town.
What a win for the Tailgaters. Jason Arendt gets to sing. The boys dance behind him, and another look at the game-winning Superman diving catch by Marcos Castillo. Get a couple looks. It was beautiful.
Didn't even start the ball game in the starting lineup tonight for the Texas Tailgaters. Well, actually, defensively, I should say, started in the extra hitter spot, moved into center field in the later stages of the game, and you see exactly why with those two game-winning plays as we go down to Brett Loftus.
Here with our showman of the night. I mean, who else other than Mac Danford? You hit your first tater in a big league ballpark. You missed your second one by about 5 feet. Our first win as a team over the Bananas just encompassed this, Mike. And your mom would probably call you Joe Bob.
Yes, sir. That's my mama's name for me. All I can say, it was a whole lot of fun in front of 42,000 people. A lot of people said a small town kid couldn't make it here. But hey, mama, I'm in Ohio playing at Great American Ballpark. I love y'all.
Mike, when you look at what this has been for you, you're just playing college ball a few years ago. You were a Division II guy, playing in front of 42,000 people repping the state of Texas. As a country boys, you told us from earlier, from Florida, just how cool has this been, your journey to Banana Ball and now being here?
It's been a hard ride, but guess what? I'm here now, and in front of 42,000 people, this is the best feeling I've ever had playing baseball, man. I can't even describe it.
Well, Mac, I think there's only one thing left for us to tell the people at home, and I think you know what it is.
What is that?
Gator out! Back up to you, Biko and Josh.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you for the time and infectious energy. Mac Danford, wow, from terrorizing the OVC to becoming a force, 7 games in his Banana Ball career. A double, a homer, and running all over this place.
There was a reason you saw him enter as the golden batter late in this ball game. He was really a force offensively, had the double, was able to come home and score on a wild pitch, and of course against Noah Nisnik in the second inning, took him deep and came across for his second home run in his young Banana Ball career, as he helped lead the Tailgaters to this 3-2 upset, and boy, was it a doozy.
And how apropos, the Mac Daddy with the first long ball in an MLB stadium. In the history of the Texas Tailgaters, he ties Zach Watson for the team lead with 2 home runs apiece. As we welcome you back inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scalo, thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. The Bananas versus Tailgaters first ever series did not disappoint. A 5-2 win for the Bananas last night. The Tailgaters came back in really impressive fashion. They never trailed tonight. They put the pressure on the Bananas, and then Marcos Castillo flashing the leather in the ninth. 2 Gold Glove caliber web gem plays to win this game for the Tailgaters.
I mean, you're just able to see the effect of what it means to score the first point in Banana Ball. I feel like that's something that the Bananas have struggled with all season long. Tailgaters caught that momentum early, continued to ride it out, and the pitching also incredible at holding leads throughout the night as well. Joe Miklik pulled the right string, having Carson pitch the final 3 innings of tonight's contest to earn them that win.
We will see you again this coming Thursday. It will be a noon ball game. Noon Eastern, we get first pitch between the Bananas and Party Animals in Grayson Stadium. So that will be a really rare midweek day game in Banana Land. That'll be a fun one on Juneteenth. And then that's the first of 3 games for the Bananas versus Party Animals in Savannah. On Friday night, we get to see the first ever Firefighters headlining game. They take on this fearsome Texas Tailgaters squad. Get your popcorn ready. I cannot wait to see what happens in the first ever games between the Firefighters and Tailgaters in Banana Ball history.
I mean, it's going to be an electric series between the Firefighters and the Tailgaters. They practiced against each other throughout the prime season. They're very familiar with each other's pitching staff, so I think you're going to see a lot of big hits and a lot of big reactions from both teams, as I think they're going to take that series incredibly personal.
100%. I mean, these guys really sweated it out in the prime season. A ton of scrimmages against each other. The keyword scrimmages, but the Tailgaters beat up the Firefighters pretty good in those scrimmages. I know a lot of competition has been born and rivalries were made throughout that time. So cannot wait to see these 2 teams face off. This Tailgater squad, what a bounce back. They are now 2-6 in their young Banana Ball career. Check that, make it 2-5 in their young Banana Ball career, and they take on a Firefighter squad that just got their first win against the Party Animals this past weekend. They are now 1 and carry the 1-6. There you go. Attaboy, Biko. I can do math. Thank you all again so much for joining us. We will see you Thursday midday. A big thank you to our entire crew here in Cincinnati, Ohio. What a job they did. It all starts with our executive producer, Yvonne Trezak, our camera operators, stupendous for the 2nd straight night in Savannah. Keegan Woods, our director, the crew in the control room dominating back there again. A big thanks to the Cincinnati Reds. The hospitality was unbelievable, and all of their folks who joined our squad were stupendous as well. For the boys down on the field, SB and Britt up here in the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala saying so long for now. We will see you Thursday at noon. Once again, Thursday at noon Eastern for Bananas versus Party Animals from Savannah. Until then, we will see you later!
I can't wake up.